This is the video lesson for 1.04 humor. I'm going to go through pages 1 through 4 of this and tell you what you need to read on your own and explain a few of the little things for you that I think could use a little extra explanation. And then I'm going to go over page 5 in another video because that's the one where it goes over the lesson, the assignment, I mean. So this is all what you need to read and learn, and then the next video will actually discuss what you need to do in order to accomplish the assignment. Okay, so I'm going to start at the bottom of this page here where it has the objectives. So the objectives for this lesson are to define and identify 5 humor devices in different types of writing, and then to understand how these devices create humor. So if we go back up here to the top of the page, it says, a Yiddish proverb says, what soap is to the body, laughter is to the soul. A good laugh refreshes us. Scientists have studied the effects of laughter and found that it lowers blood pressure, burns calories, and reduces the risk of heart disease. Whether it's on the comics page of the newspaper, a joke your friend told you, the evening sitcom, or your English 2 class, haha, that's funny. Take the opportunity to see the humor in life and enjoy a good laugh, and it will help you live longer. On page 2 here, it says, the benefits of a good laugh are undeniable. What causes us to laugh, though? What makes something funny? Even though giggles and chortles, which means a gleeful chuckle, even though giggles and chortles come to us so naturally, there are actual devices or techniques that we use to bring about laughter. In this lesson, we will learn about these techniques and use them in action and hopefully have a good chuckle along the way. So you're going to read this whole page, and I just wanted to point out that right here there has these 5 different things. It has hyperbole, understatement, pun, oxymoron, and malapropism. So on each of them it gives you a definition, a device that uses exaggeration for emphasis. So that's like, I was so hungry I could eat a horse. Example, and it'll give you some examples, and then it gives you some explanation. So you need to go through each of these. Most of these I think are going to be pretty familiar to you. Hyperbole, even if you don't know what it's called or not exactly sure, I think it's going to be a little bit familiar. Malapropism, maybe not as much, but you will recognize that it's the humorous misuse of words, usually by confusing similar sounding words. So for example, the water damage from a storm was so good that we had to evaporate our home. Instead of evacuate, evaporate. See, it's like a play on words, malapropism. Okay, so read through all of these, all 5 of them. Read the definition, the example, and the explanation, but I think you're going to find that this is pretty familiar to you. And then you'll go on to page 3. On page 3, it talks about irony, verbal irony, situational irony, and dramatic irony. And I do just want to take a minute to talk about these 3 to hopefully give you some hints here to how to remember which is which. So the first one, verbal irony, is a device in which what one means does not match what one says, and you're probably thinking, that sounds like sarcasm. Yes, sarcasm is ironic. That's why it's sarcastic. So verbal irony, the way to remember that is it's what you say. Verbal irony is what you say. Situational irony is a device in which what one expects to happen does not actually occur. So this is the one like in a commercial where you see a car driving and then, you look, the camera moves to the driver's seat and it's like a baby or a dog or something like that. What you expect to happen is not what actually happens. So situational irony is what you see. Verbal irony is what you say. Situational irony is what you see. Dramatic irony, this is a device in drama in which the audience knows something that the characters do not. So it's like in a scary movie where, like Jaws, where we, the audience, hear the shark music, dun-dun, 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 and we know what's coming, but the person in the movie has no clue. So dramatic irony is what you know. Verbal irony is what you see. Verbal irony is what you say, situational irony is what you see, and dramatic irony is what you know. Read this whole page, all the tabs, and then press play down here for the grammar guru and read all the stuff. Do this little matching thing here that will help you to remember. Read the humor and drama. Do this little thing here with the start, and then go on to page 4. On page 4, you're going to listen to this poem here by Lewis Carroll. You'll follow along and press play and listen to it. And at the bottom is another little poem and an activity. And I will make another video for page 5.